Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tara, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at how they feel without you around. Please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. And think of the person on your mind with all the three piles we have here. And take a look at which one you're drawn to. I'm going to show you crystals for each pile. So for pile number 1, we have Fire Agate. And we have the Starseed Oracle deck. For pile number 2, we have Black Tourmaline. And we have the Messages from Mermaids Oracle deck. And for pile number 3, we have Unakite. And we have the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most, and that will be your pile for today. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose this Fire Agate crystal and the Starseed Oracle deck, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at how they feel without you around, the person on your mind. So as I get into your reading, please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. Looking into the cards we have that you chose, I'm looking here and I just feel like this heavenly vibe, like looking at the clouds here. I don't know if you can see it on camera, and then there's like swirls of space around here, but it's so light and majestic and almost like watery, very cosmic energies you have, my pal ones. Maybe this is how they feel when they are around you, like they are literally in paradise in heaven. Or in some place where it's just full of light. It's not like a human place. It's more so a dream place, full of light. So you may consider yourself a light being. And since you chose the Fire Agate, I feel a lot of passion. Yeah, passion with the fire. So let me go ahead and pull the cards for how they feel without you around. So spirit guides of my pile 1s, how they feel without my pile 1s around. We have Forge, don't follow, with pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. So the person on their mind, how do they feel without my pile 1s there? We have lifting the veil with questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. We have the card Star Bathing with Light Body, Crystal Grid, Transmission, and Activation. How they feel without my pile 1s around. We have the 7 Star Sisters with Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life, and Expression. We have Big Picture Thinking with Pleiades energy, visionary and inspired ideas. Very, very interesting. We have so much of this Pleiades energy here with the 7 Star Sisters and big picture thinking. I wonder what it means in terms of love. And then we have, lastly, a new earth with It's Happening, Keep Holding the Vision. I'm seeing this card want to come out, but there's no space here. We have protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So this is a good thing to see when you're not around. Their loyalty. I guess maybe some of you were wondering. We have at the back of the deck the cosmic heart with devotion, potency, and make your life a moving prayer. Okay. Okay, my pal ones. I do feel a lot of love in your connection with the cosmic heart here, and I was feeling that cosmic energy. It's almost like this person, when they are around you, they feel that cosmic love energy. It's like they're in another world. That's the best way I can describe it. Not even an earth world or like a magical world, more so like a Venusian world where there's waterfalls everywhere, where there's music playing, where there's romance. It's like that type of world. Do you get what I mean? And it's cosmic. And I'm really getting the vibe your love is potent to this person. It just feels very like much like it envelops them in a good way. And I feel like when they are around you, they definitely feel the sense of love, even when they're apart from you. It's always there, even while they're doing work, even while they are focusing on themselves and doing what they need to do. It's like it's always there in the background, the love they have for you, as well as the passion with the fire agate. So, in terms of when they're not around you, they definitely still do feel that love and still do feel all that passion they feel towards you. But I feel this is a very transformative and secure person in some way. They give me very much like a cat vibe. You know, a cat is going to go and do all it has to do, but then it's always gonna come home. And I don't mean that in a bad way because we saw loyalty. So I mean this in a way of this person is secure when they're not around you. They love you and they feel that love and they definitely think about you and daydream about you. But it's more so having this focus on themselves, and I feel like they have really upgraded in their self-worth energy because there's something about here. Like maybe they used to sit around and worry about what that person was thinking or doing. But now instead, it's like they rather would focus on their own life, building themselves to who they want themselves to be and following their own path. Because there is the sense of independence here with this person. It's like when they're not around you, they're independent, but they still have you in the back of their mind. They still, have that deep love for you. But then it's more so this energy of, I can't be the one for my pal ones if I don't work in myself and, transform my own life. I feel this person is going through a very transformative stage of their life where they are also trying to focus on building themselves up to be where they want to be and their life to be where they want it to be. With a new earth here, it's happening. Keep holding the vision and visionary inspired ideas. It's like they are trying to focus more on transforming themselves and their life and following the ideas they have to create the life they want to live, so that they can be that person you need and love. Because it's like, this person doesn't want to just be your lover. They also want to be that person that has achieved the things they wanted to do. It's like, they also want to have that sort of independence of saying, I did this on my own, and now I can be, now I can have that balance of being there for my partner, as well as, building my own life to where I want it to be. So I see this person, focuses a lot on their career, on following their goals, on following their ideas, on following some visionary aspects, some dreams they have when they're not around you, but that love still stays in their heart. So there is loyalty here. There is, that feeling of like, I love them and I'm thinking of them while I do this, and I hope they'll be proud of me after I do this, after I, reach this dream and create this dream of mine to come true. But um it's almost like I said, this person has that independence, but also has that love at the same time. So there is a good amount of balance here. And I feel like they mainly focus on their career when they're not around you. They mainly focus on, maybe gymming, their health, exercising, or, maybe doing some hobbies they have, or spending time with family, with sisters here. Doesn't mean they have sisters. They could be spending time with family. They could be spending time with friends. It seems like they can still have a pretty secure connection with you and, not be around you in that moment, but then see you the next day or see you later. Kind of energy is what I feel here. And for those of you that are asking about a separation, for most of you, I feel this is like a person you're dating or a person you're crushing on. And it's more so like they want to be, not just be that person you need in love and grow themselves, but they also want to still have their own dreams and follow their own dreams and things like that. But like if you are asking about a separation, I feel most of you, it's like you're dating the person, whereas for others of you, you're separated and they are trying to work on themselves and think big so that they can be that person you need, so that they can transform to being that person you need. Do you get what I mean? So take it as it resonates. But also what I see here is when they are having a chance to rest and to, after they get home after a long day, they have some time to rest and to think. With the star bathing card, there's the sense of like looking at the stars and wondering if you're looking at the same stars. I kind of get that image, but I don't see it exactly as that. So maybe this person thinks about you and then wonders if you're thinking about them at the same time. And I kind of get this very daydreamy vibe from the star bathing card, like this person just going home, relaxing, and thinking about you, maybe even listening to music. Yeah, that's the feeling I get from this person. And I also feel like sometimes when they're daydreaming about you, they want to talk to you or message you. But sometimes they hold themselves back. I'm not sure why. I will clarify in a moment. Yeah, I feel like this person can also see a future with you, can see where this connection is going. They think very big about this connection. It's like, let's say if you just started dating, for example, maybe they can see themselves growing old with you. It's like that type of energy. It doesn't have to be that you just started dating. I'm just using an example, but like, do you get what I mean? It's that kind of energy of like, I see where this connection's going. I see a potential for this connection. And that's why I want to grow myself to where I want to be so that this connection can also transform and be what I wanted to grow towards. So I think it's really beautiful that this person has that independence, but then still has that love. It is, a healthy balance of interdependence, love. I don't know what words to use, but you get what I mean. So now I just want to clarify what they mean by wanting to talk to you. So, with Pleiades energy showing up as well, I'm also looking at the number 7. To me, the number 7 is all about luck. So maybe this person even just feels lucky to be with you, which is why they want to build themselves up to where they see themselves being so that your connection can grow too, because it's like when we have our own internal growth, then our external relationships change as well and grow as well, because relationships are essentially a mirror of us. When we grow, our relationships will grow too. Do you get what I mean? So that's the energy I see here. You know, Pleiades energy gives me this dreamer energy, this dreamy energy, but also intelligence and creation. Okay, I'm reading here about Pleiades, like Pleiadians. So, Pleiadian starseeds are a group of souls that originated in the Pleiades, which is the seven star sister cluster. Unlike other starseeds who may feel incredibly out of place, ooh, I'm hearing a ringing in my ears, so that's confirmation. On Earth, due to the lack of others of their kind, the Pleiades tend to fit in more easily on Earth. There are more of us than other starseeds, and because of this, every Pleiadian tends to know or understand at least one other person in their life. So this person could feel a little bit like they don't necessarily fit in with too many people. Like they're a very different, unique person. But with you, they may feel like you get them and you understand them. And there is that kind of understanding, like, and maybe I just answered my own question about lifting the veil. Perhaps this person has been, questioning a lot in life. The kind of vibe I get is like maybe they've been looking at their life and certain connections in their life, like maybe friendships they have, and maybe seeing that it actually isn't aligning to this new version of them they're becoming, or maybe they're looking at the job they have and they're actually like, maybe they're going through some type of spiritual awakening here. Like, do I even really like my job? Am I even really passionate about it? I have dreams to follow and chase. Kind of energy is what I see here. And there's this sense of you getting them and understanding them and their uniqueness and their unique path, but maybe not others. And it's like they're also sitting in their free time right now, questioning that, but then that love for you is still there. And it's not with you, it's with other people, I feel. Okay, so Pleiadians tend to struggle in romantic relationships more than other soul groups. In the Pleiades, on one specific planet that most Pleiadian souls would have experienced, souls incarnate with their twin flames. I'm just reading this and I was drawn to this specific website. I didn't know why for this reading. On this planet, there is so much unconditional love and feelings of completeness between these life partners, not always romantic. Now, Pleiadian starseeds may feel lost or alone when they are separated from their twin flame. So, I feel for most of you, this is about a person that is going home, that is still going to see you again. So, that's why they're pretty much independent. But if they had to be separated from you, they would take it very hard. I'm not going to call this a twin flame connection, but I just feel it's a very divine soul connection. And I feel like this person maybe sees you as their other half. I was drawn to reading Pleiades energy for a reason, and you chose the Starseed Oracle deck for a reason. So yeah, I really feel that strongly. Like if they weren't around you, they would definitely feel that neediness and like that kind of longing for you and like not feeling complete without you. But then since you're still around, since you're still with them romantically, it's like it's not like that. But if you aren't with them romantically and you are separated from this person, then you can take it as they are feeling that way. But maybe they're trying to work on themselves because maybe they know that will actually help them grow to attract that healthy relationship they want with you. So, unfortunately, Pleiadian starseeds still have this unconscious belief that they came to Earth to be here with someone else. While this may be their life goal, in some places on the Pleiades, Earth is not a planet of love primarily, and Pleiadians need to learn to find their own way on Earth. So this person is doing the right thing by doing this. Pleiadian starseeds often leave their heart centers completely open, making them vulnerable to attack from energy vampires and reptilians. I don't know if I believe that. But anyways, okay. Pleiadians are used to seeing themselves mirrored in others and learning together rather than on their own. So, you know what? I feel like this person has a pretty big heart, and I guess they're trying to follow their own path, not focus too much on the love in a codependent way, but also focus on themselves. But also focus on you when they have time, when they're daydreaming and they're thinking about you. Now I'm hearing that song Thinking About You by Frank Ocean. So yeah, let me pull some small tarot cards as oracle cards on the side. So spirit guides of my pile ones, how they feel without my pile ones around. We have the moon. So there's some sense of things being hidden with the moon. There's something about things being a little bit hidden with the moon. I feel this energy where it's kind of like they don't know what you're up to. And I don't think they worry about you. You know, I think they fully trust you. But then at the same time with the moon, her hair is covering her eyes. So maybe this person feels like it's almost like a little bit hidden, like where they can't see you in person, or I feel like this person has intuition, but when it comes to you, maybe they're very emotionally attached that they feel they can't connect to their intuition. Do you get what I mean? And there is that sense there. But I also feel like a deep trust with the moon. Like they can't see physically what's going on, but this sense of trusting. Because I'm like looking at these angel wings here. And I feel like this person has come to a pretty secure place, or they are becoming more of a secure person where they're just allowing things to happen. How they feel without my pile ones there. We have the Chariot. So it's like moving towards their dreams, their goals, their desires, so they can create those dreams, goals, and desires with you. We have the Ace of Cups, so they feel like whenever they see you, their cup is pretty much filled up, so when they go home, it's like that sense of daydreamy energy about you and thinking about those memories with you. We have the Six of Cups. Thinking about those past memories with you, thinking about, oh, I saw my pal ones last weekend. Oh, that was so beautiful. Like, I love that date. And I'm like looking at all these stars here and all these blues. It just gives me this very daydreamy vibe this person has towards you when you're not around. But then also in the day, I see it as focusing on their dreams. At night, I see this energy because there's moons and stars and things like that. What is the energy of like wanting to speak to them but maybe not doing it? Okay, we have the King of Cups and the Star. So like I said, this person is learning emotional balance and they're learning to not stress about small things. It's kind of like, okay, I need to work on me. I can't focus too much on this person. Not in a bad way, but more so like in a way of worrying. Like let's say they're worrying about you or about if you still love them or things like that. Kind of energy, and it's like, or what you're doing without them, but then it's like they're not trying to focus too much on those worries or those fears. With the moon, I feel it's like subconscious um fears that aren't necessarily true, because the moon can sometimes hold like an illusion, and it's like questioning those illusions and where they come from. Do you get what I mean? It's like I just picked up this card and we have the tower at the back of the deck. I didn't shuffle the deck yet, and I was drawn to using this one. Sometimes we have unconscious beliefs that when things are going good, everything's gonna fall apart. And it's like this person's not trying to focus on that. That's why I felt that energy of like wanting to talk to you but not doing it. Okay, so spirit guides of my pile ones, how they feel without my pile ones around. We have the Four of Wands. I feel like this person definitely sees you as marriage material. If this card is coming out first and I told you I see them, seeing potential of your connection and seeing where this connection can go. And it's like they want to become that best version of themselves to be that person you need in terms of a long-term commitment. So I really feel like this person celebrates just being with you. They feel very lucky. With the Four of Wands, the Four of Wands is all about celebration and seeing where they can be in the future with you, with a new earth. We have the Artist, so it's like they're aware of what they want to create with you. They're aware of the life they want to create with you, and they're busy creating it with the Artist. We have the Hangman, so maybe they see where this connection can go. They see the potential of it, but with the Hangman, maybe they know it's not the right time yet. Maybe there's some growth both of you need to do, or maybe you two still need to date a while and grow the connection before it can be on that level. But it's almost like this person wants to go after their success and go after their goals in their own life right now so that they can be the partner you need when it does get to that level, if that makes sense. It's almost like they're preparing for the future right now, which is really cute. I think that is a marriage material partner. We have the Page of Wands, so I think they think back to fun times with you with the Page of Wands. I feel like this playful energy and this kind of curiosity, like I wonder what pile ones are doing right now. Thinking back to the passionate memories. That's the vibe I feel. And then we have this Lovers. It cannot get any more marriage material than this. This Lovers is literally getting married. And I didn't pick this tarot deck for this reason. I was drawn to it because of the ethereal vibe matching this oracle deck. So I even forgot that this Lovers was like this. So this person definitely thinks of maybe your future together and where it can grow to, and it's like they feel that in their hearts and their soul that that love is going to grow towards that level and that they can commit to you and create a life that is happy for both of you. With the Nine of Pentacles, yeah, I strongly feel that energy of like following their dreams, their career, their successes, not just in career, but like in their goals, in their hobbies, things like that, growing themselves to the person they want to be so that they can be a great partner to you. We have the Two of Pentacles, so I feel like they feel pretty balanced without you because they're secure, and it's not that they don't miss you, it's just that they're secure. We have the Two of Cups, so they often still feel that lovey-dovey feeling with you even when you're not around. They often daydream about you and think about you even when they're at work. It's like you're still in the back of their mind, and they definitely feel that love and feel this is right for them to follow. even if those fears do come up with the moon, it's like they're following their courage with the lion on the card. And this lion has angel wings and this snake like thing. The other day I was on Instagram and I saw something about like a lion with angel wings. And a spirit is taking me back to that image. What does that mean, spirit? They're showing me the gingerbread man. Okay. The gingerbread man is sweet. You can eat him. Maybe this love is very sweet. And that helps this person build towards the courage. Like with the angel wings, I see this as maybe them seeing you as a pure soul. And when those worries do come up, they look at your character. And you're not in that character mode of what their worries are. So they find it easier to walk towards you with courage. But then I still don't quite understand. A lion with angel wings, and then the gingerbread man from Shrek. In the scene, like they're showing me the scene where that guy with the short hair, I forgot his name now, Lord Farquaad. And he was like pulling off the gumdrop buttons, and then he's like, not the gumdrop buttons, something like that. And then he threw him in the bin. I don't know what that has to do with it. Lord Farquaad, his character was very much like a tyrant, and I think this person, if they've had people with that character in their life before, and that's what created these subconscious worries and illusions, it's like they look at your character now with the lion. It's reminding me of Leo energy, and like, you know how Leos will be people with really big hearts. It's giving me that vibe of like, you wouldn't do that to them. Do you get what I mean? I hope it makes sense to you. And then we have the Queen of Cups. So I think they often think about how lucky they are to be able to be with someone like you, because you're such a kind, sweet, compassionate person. You have this dreamy vibe to you. And it's almost like they want to sit all day and daydream about you because you have that sort of vibe. And I think they just think back to the happy memories with you with the Sun card as well. And they feel very happy to be able to have this opportunity to be with you, but also go towards their dreams right now and build themselves into the person they want to be for you. Not for you, but for them as well. And yeah, I guess that's where I'm gonna leave your reading off my pile ones. I really hope that this reading resonated. It was a very beautiful, cute reading. And if it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this black tourmaline crystal and the messages from Mermaids Oracle deck, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at how they feel without you around. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. So, since you chose this Mermaid Oracle, I bet you have an energy like a siren, almost like luring this person in with their thoughts. When you're not around, it's like Spirit is showing me the new Little Mermaid movie when she sings to him and she saves him, and then he goes home, of course, and all he can hear in his mind is her siren song. All he can see in his mind is her and needing to find her. So you may have an energy that is potent like that towards this person since you chose the Mermaid Oracle. You were drawn to it for a reason. And maybe there's something about you playing on repeat in this person's mind where they can't let go of the memory of you or your voice or something along those lines. It's like you lure them in even though you're not with them. How they feel without my pile number 2s around the person on their mind, please. We have ask for help. With this card, I'm not looking at the words, but I'm merely looking at this shell here this woman is blowing into, and it does relate to the Little Mermaid movie because she literally blew on a shell when she saw Prince Eric again. So that is a sign of synchronicity. If you have watched it, you will know what I'm talking about. But this little shell kind of reminds me of a phone. If I had to take it to normal human life, maybe this person feels like calling you or feels like messaging you on the phone whenever you're not around because it's like you're constantly on their mind. Very beautiful. The card even wanted to stick to my finger. It didn't want to let me go. Maybe that's a sign. They don't want to let you go. Now Spirit is showing me another scene. I don't know if you guys like movies or if this person likes movies or you like to watch movies together. Show me the scene again, Spirit. No, I just forgot and lost it. Sorry. Oh, they're showing me the scene from The Notebook. Very romantic movie. And in The Notebook, when he's like to her, I have to have you, like, I want you and I have to have you. And he was like chasing after the lady that was playing Rachel McAdams. Even on when they were going on that Ferris wheel and they were at that place there, it was like he was wanting her so badly, but it was almost like she was playing hard to get. And he was kind of like just chasing after her. So that movie was really, really cute. I cried during it. So I don't know if this person feels like that towards you when you're not around. I don't know. Like I feel that energy, like they almost feel like all their pride has left the window, has left the door, and they all of a sudden become, I don't want to say this because I don't want to sound mean, but I'm hearing a needy like puppy dog for you. And they're not usually like that on their own. It's not a bad energy, it's kind of cute. And now I'm hearing a ringing in my ears as I say this. It's like they become a needy puppy dog that needs you, that is like waiting for you to come home. You know when a dog like waits for us humans to come home? It's like I see that energy. It's actually really cute. I don't know if you guys would find it cute, but I kind of find it cute. So spirit guides of my pile 2s, may I please look into how they feel without my pile 2s there? We have letting go. So maybe this comes from like a fear of you letting them go. Maybe it's like this feeling of like if I don't wait for them, like a dog. You know when a dog waits for you to come home and then they're like scared you don't come home? Kind of energy. I don't know why this person has that fear, but I'm looking at this crystal you chose. You chose the black tourmaline crystal, and this crystal is all about protection. Maybe it is a protective mechanism, like if this person has an abandonment wound, or if they've been hurt before, or if they have a subconscious belief like everyone leaves, then yeah, like I feel like it comes from a protective mechanism. Do you get what I mean? Even if they don't show the side of them, even if it's just in their mind, it's there. Because I feel like I'm hearing some of you say, but they don't say that to me. But they feel it. So, spirit guides of my pile threes, how they feel without my pile threes around. We have relaxation. So they try to relax and let go and kind of just flow into the moment. They try to let go of fears. They try to not think that way. And even with these swirls here, it kind of reminds me of like paintings. That famous painting with the swirls. You know what I'm talking about? I forgot what it's called. Maybe this person tries to get like in a flow mind state whenever they think that way. Because I'm even looking at these jellyfish here. And I'm like, oh, the jellyfish are going to sting this mermaid. Maybe the jellyfish, it's like, has its tentacles. It kind of reminds me of like thoughts. And like how thoughts can sometimes sting us. And be like, oh. I don't know what fish this is or if that's... Yeah, but I'm kind of getting the vibe like those thoughts sting this person. And then they try to relax and let go. Okay. We also have positivity. So there's something about them feeling excited for when they are going to see you next. Feeling excitement when you message. Feeling excitement when you answer them. Feeling excitement knowing the fact that they're going to see you again. Like whenever you make plans when you're not around. And that's a feeling I get here. Like this person just gets very, very excited. They also get very excited at the thought of you. Like, you know when you think about a good memory you have and then you start smiling? I almost feel that energy, and I'm seeing someone like stand around their friends and then their friends are like, what are you smiling at? Like kind of energies. Like let's say they're looking at their phone and they just got a message from you and you're not physically with them, but that message makes them feel all giddy inside, and then their friends are like, why, what is making you smile like that? And then we have the innocence card. So I don't know why, but I feel this sort of innocence to this connection. Like, I usually feel that in my pile 2 readings lately with love readings. It's like this energy of like, I just want to hold your hand. I just want to kiss you. It's almost like a puppy kind of love, even if it's not a puppy love. Because I think I've experienced this in my own connection. Like I am in my like middle 20s, and I sometimes act like I'm almost like in a puppy dog love, but I've never acted like that before when I was younger and actually in different relationships. You get what I mean? So even if you are much older, I don't see it as like a young love, but more so this energy of like an innocence to this love. Like it's not overly sexual, it's not overly this feeling of like wanting that too much, but more so like wanting to hold the person's hand, ask them how their day was, get excited when they message kind of energy is what I see here. And yeah, there's that sort of innocence, like, I just want to kiss you, I just want to hold you. I don't even care about like what happens physically. I just want to be next to you and spend time with you. And I almost feel this vibe of like this person getting very excited just at the thought of you. And like when you're about to see each other, it's like they get very, very excited. Even if they don't show this to you, this is what they feel inside. And then we have feelings. So I feel like this person has really deep feelings for you. And they often sit in their feelings when you're not around and just think of you. Think of the happy memories you have together. Think of the future together. And it makes them really, really happy. There are a lot of deep feelings here. I feel like I'm hearing that song by Steve Lacy. Is it Steve Lacy? I just want to find it. And I'm smelling a scent now. Maybe this person misses like your physicalness when you're not around. Like they miss your scent. And we have this waiting card wanting to come out. Maybe they miss your scent, they miss your kisses, they miss holding your hand, miss seeing your smile, miss sniffing you. I don't know, like that type of feeling. Let me just find this song. Yeah, it's Dark Red by Steve Lacy, and in the song he says something bad is about to happen to me, and then he's like, please don't give me up. Honey, I belong with you and only you, baby. I just hope she don't want to leave me. And I'm literally hearing that song. So I don't know if this person has an abandonment wound. It's like they do trust you based on your qualities and the love you share together, and they are hopeful because it's like these cards are really sticking out to me. They are hopeful for the future and they daydream about you a lot, and they feel pretty free around you. They don't feel like you'd be that type of person to do that, because in the end of the song he's like, what if she's just fine, it's my mind that's wrong, and I just let bad thoughts linger for far too long. So yeah, I guess this is the truth of what I see here. I don't know if you guys already know about this or not, but it's just like they're in that waiting mode, like I want to see them again. Um and I think they're aware of some of these things. They're aware of, some of these thought patterns, and that they need to let go of it and relax more into the present moment and just trust. Yeah, that's what I feel. At the back of the deck, we have light. So I feel like you give this person a lot of light. You may be someone like that energy of a light worker. Your energy may also be healing to this person in some way, where it's like, they feel almost like free, like they don't have to protect themselves around you. You know, when you're with someone and you have those feelings, but then your mind is like creating all these worries, and then you don't fully open up, even though you're feeling all those feelings. You have like this wall or this guard up, this protection mode up. And it's not like the other person can see it, but you're not fully giving into it and surrendering to that moment. But when you feel like safe around a person, you can just be vulnerable with them and let go and just be, and let that person into your space, into your heart. And sometimes that's pretty hard, especially if we have fears around what would happen if we let that person in. But I feel like with this person, there's something about them letting that guard down and letting that vulnerable side of them out with you. Um, and when they feel like relaxed and safe when they are with you, it's like they can let that guard down, and then there are no fears, there are no worries when they are with you in your presence. So I definitely feel that energy strongly. I don't know, even if you never knew this person had worries or fears like this, maybe they don't tell you about it, but like that's a feeling I get here. Yeah, so spirit guides on my pile twos, how they feel without my pile twos around. We have the Hierophant. So there definitely is also some sexual chemistry here, and like maybe daydream about you, fantasizing about you, because this teacher is not in normal clothing. She looks kind of provocative, like, I don't know. This to me reminds me of a fantasy. Like maybe this person sometimes fantasizes about you in a sexual way, but I'm not going to focus too much on that since we have the Hierophant showing up. Maybe this is teaching them something, teaching them a lesson. Since we see Sunday school here, it could be like a past energy that is showing up again in their mind as a lesson to move through. It's like that thing of like feelings. We have to move through them. We have to feel them to get out on the other side. And I feel that with the Hierophant energy. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Six of Wands. So similar to pile number one, they try to focus on their career and other things in their life and not focus too much on any fears or any doubts. Okay, and then we also have the Sun card. So they also think about, these happy, positive memories you have together. And I'm noticing on this Sun card, we have pink in the background. And on this positivity card, we have pink too. And pink is the color of love. So it's like this happy type of love, giddy feeling. I really feel that energy of like a person just getting so excited at the thought of you, so happy at the thought of you, and just maybe even feeling like blessed to have you, like you're a blessing in their life. And that's how they feel when you're not around. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull some tarot cards. So spirit guides on my pile twos, may I please look into what they feel without my pile number twos around. We have the Justice card. How they feel without my pile twos around. Three of Swords. The Sun. The Two of Pentacles. So with this spread of cards here, I feel with the Justice card, there is this sort of awareness and a relaxation with the Four of Swords here, surrounding you being an honest person, because the Justice card is all about, honesty, truth, and they can see in your character you are that, so that helps them kind of relax into that flow of trust, of trusting. And with the Justice card, I feel this energy like maybe of speaking to you, telling you that they miss you with the Justice card and the Three of Swords. Like maybe they feel that urge, like I want to tell them I miss them. Because with the Sun card here, it's like, when you feel so happy around a person that when you go home, you just feel sad, like you miss them, you miss that feeling. And I feel like this is what this person feels when they're not around you. And with the Two of Pentacles, it's like they kind of just try to balance themselves out. Maybe focus on other things like their work with the Six of Wands, the things they need to do to gain success. We have the Queen of Cups. So I feel this energy here. They miss your presence. They miss your vibe. They miss the sweetness you have, this compassionate love you give, this big heart you have, your deep conversations. They miss just feeling of being next to you and feeling joy for being next to you in your presence. It's like they miss that and they can't have that. And I guess they just feel sad when they're not with you. We have the Eight of Swords, and it's like this stuck feeling like I want to see them right now. Very cute. And then we have the Four of Wands. So I'm kind of getting a vibe of friendship here. Maybe they hang out with their friends to try and not think about it too much, because when we're really missing someone and we're thinking about it too much, I'm hearing that song, Time Goes By So Slowly. Or like when we're waiting for something, time goes by even more slower. But then when you focus on something else, then we can have that happiness elsewhere, but maybe not in the same way, but like we can kind of let go in that moment and just trust we will see that person again and that time will come again. But then with the Four of Cups here, I feel like this person feels a little bit unsatisfied when you're not around, like almost this feeling of something's missing. Because now I'm hearing another song by the internet where she's like, something's missing, but just that line. So it's not like they feel something's missing in your connection, more so when you're not around, there's this feeling like something's missing. I miss my person. Look at this person even kissing. It's like even when they're around you, they feel your depth, and maybe when they're around their friends, it's more grounded, but then, or their support system, like their family, their friends. But then with you, it's like there's this depth here, there's this deep feeling, vulnerability, and emotion, and it's like they miss that. There is this comparison, like, I'd rather be with my person right now than my friends. I'm sorry for saying that, but that's what I see. We have the Queen of Pentacles, so I definitely feel this energy where maybe you also start to focus on your career and the things you need to do. And then we have the Emperor. And it's like maybe they, like, you know, in a day when you're at work, they're at work, or you're at school, they're at school, or whatever this connection is like, it's like we need to focus on that. We have a life outside that person too, and we need to focus on that. And it's not always nice, but then we have to. You get what I mean? But then it's kind of like they just wish to talk to you and to see you again, is the feeling I get here. And we see the number 444 here because this is the Four of Swords, 4 with the Emperor, and 4 of Cups. So this person maybe is aware they need to still have that stability in their life and not rely on you too much, but they still miss you. So I think this is where I'm going to leave off your reading, my pile number 2s. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this Unakite crystal and the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at how they feel without you around. Please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. So maybe you have some goddess energy since you were drawn to this goddess deck. So spirit guides of my pile number 3s, may I please look into, or God energy, doesn't have to just be goddess. May I please look into how they feel without my pile number 3s around, the person on their mind. We have naked. So since we have this mermaid showing up, this is not a mermaid oracle deck. Maybe some of you have been drawn to pile number 2. If you were, or some of you are from pile 2. But I also feel a different energy here. We have betrayal. I'm just going to pull all cards before I actually see what is going on. We have scarcity. And we have intuition. We have etheric chords. Okay. And lastly, we have grief. I'm also noticing the speak up card wanting to come out. So I just want to feel out the energy and try to understand what Spirit is trying to show me here. Let me pull some clarification cards, these small little tarot cards as oracle cards. The betrayal card, can I please look into that, some clarification on that? We have the temperance card. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Death card, and we have the Magician. Okay, so I'm getting different scenarios here. For some of you, the betrayal is something from their past that they are healing from with the Death card. And with etheric cords, it may be related to their family wounds that have kept them stuck in the past with the Eight of Swords, since these cards are opposite each other. Or I could read this as a different scenario for some of you where this is a separation and, you know, the connection has ended with the Death card because of maybe a betrayal that happened in the connection. And with the Magician here, it's like they want to create something new, but they're feeling stuck with the Eight of Swords. Or I'm also seeing a situation for very few of you where maybe something that happened in this connection made them feel as if they had betrayed you, and it doesn't have to be in the most wrong way. I'm seeing like a scenario, for example, like let's say you are at an event with this person and their family, you know, says something out of line to you, and maybe they don't speak up or defend you. I see a scenario like that as well. So take it as it resonates, my pile. Number threes, I'm just going to try keep the energy open-ended. So since I see so many possibilities of what this energy could be. Okay. So I'm just going to say how they feel. You will take it as it resonates as per your own situation. Or maybe you are healing from the betrayal. Okay, so with the Death card, I feel they want to let go of these past energies. They're wanting to have some kind of transformation in the situation here, regardless of what it is. And some kind of healing or alchemy with the Temperance card. And then we also had the Wounded Healer at the back of this deck. So the Temperance card there, I see it as healing, patience to heal this stuck situation. Okay, and with the Magician, it's like they want to create something new, a different outcome, a different scenario to what has been created before that is much happier with the Four of Wands. For those of you that are in separation with this person, and if they are trying to better themselves, the scarcity of not having you there feels like grief, feels like they've lost you with the Grief card. But then at the same time, there is their intuition telling them that they want you back and that they want to, you know, improve themselves and transform themselves with the Death card to create a different outcome with you that isn't the stuck outcome, that is a happy outcome. Okay, and that scarcity of not having you around just makes them really sad. And for those of you that aren't in a separation with this person and it is the other scenarios, it's kind of just like this feeling of missing you, not having you around, and feeling very sad. missing that celebratory joy you give them when they are around you with the Four of Wands, and maybe feeling stuck without you, feeling like, they need you around, if that makes sense. And with this Naked card with the Mermaid here, there is this energy of like you staying on their mind, you kind of like luring them in even though you're not around them, but like intuitively. Do you get what I mean? Maybe you're not doing it on purpose or anything, but like their mind and their intuition goes back to you all the time, and they can't resist that, if that makes sense. And I see that. But maybe their intuition is also telling them that if this is a separation, that they are gonna have you back in their life, but at the same time, maybe there's fear that keeps them stuck, that maybe it won't. I don't know. And the Naked card here talks about emotional vulnerability. It doesn't talk about anything sexual. It talks about emotional vulnerability. So if this connection did end and it wasn't because of a betrayal, it could also be that there was a scarcity of this person being emotionally available to you. And there's this sense of them feeling like they've lost out and missed out, and that they need to do some inner work on themselves to be able to be what you need in love, to be able to create, a celebratory outcome. And then yeah, that's what I feel here. It's like the scarcity of not having you around gives them a lot of grief, feels like they are missing out, or makes them feel like they're just missing you, missing those happy memories with you, missing laughing with you, missing kissing you, cuddling you, I don't know, like talking to you, sharing that emotional connection with you. It's like you are this fiery energy. You bring in this fiery energy to them, this passion, this celebratory energy. And without you, it's like I'm seeing dry desert, no sun, darkness. Does that make sense? Like, if I had to put this in a metaphor, imagine us living a few days without sun. That would be horrible. You're like their sunshine. But then also with the Naked card, you're like that water to them, and now they're thirsty. They're in the desert. They're in the dry deserts without you, and they need water, and they're missing out on something. That's how they feel without you around. So this is a very complex situation. I think I'm going to pull some more tarot cards. I'm going to use the Sacred Sisterhood Tarot. So, Spirit Guides of my pile number 3s. Spirit Guides of my pile number 3s. May I please look into how they feel when my pile 3s are not around? We have the Empress. And since you chose the Unakite crystal, we have the King of Cups. I just want to see what the Unakite crystal is about. I didn't know why I was drawn to using this crystal today, but maybe it gives me some information on the connection. So interestingly enough, Unakite is associated with Scorpio. I'm just reading here on Google. And it tends to bring emotional balance and is an excellent stone for processing and integrating repressed emotions from your past. And it represents feeling too deeply and becoming overwhelmed and needing that emotional balance. And it kind of reminds me of a snake. Like the snake represents transformation. So for those of you where it is like this person's past or your past, it's like maybe one of you is trying to heal and transform yourself from these past emotions to create something new without feeling stuck in love, to be able to connect more, to be able to feel more emotionally balanced, and like you can really open up to the love. And if it is something where it is, a separation kind of feeling, maybe they are trying to work on themselves, trying to balance out their emotions and trying to process some emotions from their past and let go and transform of some things in their inner self to be able to create the kind of connection that you want together, that you wish for together with the 9 of Cups. And if it's not any kind of separation or any of this, I more so see it as maybe this person, when they're not around you, it's like a piece of them is kind of missing. A piece of that wholeness is kind of missing, and it's like they need to, in order to be and become what you need in love and, grow this connection and rebirth this connection to where you both wish it to be. There's this sense of maybe needing to rebirth themselves, because we even have a lotus flower here, which is a symbol of rebirth, transform themselves to grow in their emotions so that they can create the type of connection they want with you without feeling stuck. And maybe they try to focus on transforming that inner emotion, but like without you, it almost feels like a piece of their happiness is missing. But then they try to emotionally balance with the King of Cups. And I sort of feel the energy that sometimes this person uses humor to cope with their emotions for some of you. And with the Empress here, it's like an energy of fertility, an energy of like wanting to create something different, along with the Magician here. And I feel that, yeah. I did something kind of stupid last night. I told someone the wrong price by mistake, and I made a mistake because I was kind of tired. And it relates to the energies of this reading. Maybe this person has made silly mistakes in the connection, and it's like they want to work on themselves and transform themselves, grow to create something new with the bunny and fertility here. But there also is this sense of like missing your physical presence, missing your beauty, missing your inner beauty. But then also with the Star card, the Star card is about healing, wanting to heal either themselves, the connection, and have hope for the future, not let go of the hope while they are in this transformation, or while this transformation is happening, so that they can, create something different here with the 3 of Pentacles and work together with you in the connection instead of against each other, and learn from, mistakes of the past if there are any, and kind of birth a new reality with you, work together with you as a team in this connection. And there is this heartbreak feeling here with the 3 of Swords, this feeling of like missing you, wanting to see you with the eye here, and feeling really sad to not have you in their life right now, or in their day right now. We have the 5 of Cups. I feel there's a feeling of maybe disappointment in themselves. We have the 7 of Wands, but also maybe wanting to fight for this connection, or feeling very disappointed about the challenges, maybe even just the challenging aspect of not having you there physically. We have the Queen of Swords, so maybe they have this kind of urge to talk to you, but I don't know, for some of you I'm feeling a no contact vibe. Take it as it resonates. We have the Two of Swords, so we have the Ten of Cups. We have the Moon. We have the Six of Swords. It's like they're wanting to move away from the challenges. They're wanting to sail away from the stuckness. Maybe process some of their emotions. Make a choice here with the Two of Swords to process some of their emotions with the Moon card, or to be more emotionally vulnerable with you, or work on themselves to grow with you. I don't know what this is. It's different for all of you. With the Moon card, it's all about maybe even feeling confused about the situation. There's something here with the Moon about intuition, and they're showing me the crab from, what is it called? The Little Mermaid, Sebastian. The Little Mermaid also came out in pile 2, so if you were drawn to pile 2, I highly recommend you watch it. But Sebastian is always like following after Ariel and saying, no, don't do this, don't do this. And then Ariel kind of rebels against him. But then also, what does Sebastian mean? Why are they showing me the crab from Little Mermaid? I feel Sebastian is their spirit guides, intuitively drawing them towards you and towards not leaving this connection behind. It's like we need to work on this connection together and grow together and fix some things in this connection so that there isn't the stuckness, even if there are small little challenges in this connection, and it's not like this connection is over. It's like their spirit guides are drawing them to transform themselves, guiding them intuitively, because her hands are also over her eyes, and the Moon is behind her on the Two of Swords, guiding this person intuitively to make a decision to follow that intuition and to transform themselves. And the crab is Cancer energy, so the crab and Cancer energy relates to the home, relates to family, relates to that type of energy. So when I see this in a love reading, I see it as maybe it is preparing them to be a better long-term partner for you. So this connection can grow in love with the Ten of Cups. And yeah, I feel that strongly. Like, even if this isn't a separation, even if you just have small little challenges or aspects of like maybe not being as emotionally close, it's like their spirit guides are trying to guide them towards that so that they can move away from these challenges, and build, a stronger emotional connection with you with the Ten of Cups that is full of happiness and joy and passion and emotional vulnerability. But they definitely feel sad without you. That's the feeling I get here. So I think I'm going to leave your reading here, my pile number 3s. I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!